Well, g'day everybody, Steve from Mud Ducks 4 Drive Touring. Welcome to part 15 of our epic trip. This is the last bit, so you don't have to be bored of it any longer after today. This bit just basically gets us from Kakadu to home, a few little issues on the way, a little bit of a wrap up of the trip at the end of it as well. So hope you enjoy it. Thanks for following the series so far, and we'll bring you some other stuff as soon as we possibly can. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.
We've left Kakadu this morning and we're in Catherine where we've refuelled. We've restocked up on groceries. And what we didn't know when we came through Catherine coming north is there's some hot springs in Catherine. We did know it coming south, so we're going to go and have a look at these. So we'll camp further down the road when we get around to it. So we'll go and check these out very shortly. Looks like a pretty popular spot. So I'll head down there. Not sure where Kaz is. Anyway, we'll head down and find her shortly. We're now on the temporary springs access track. Looks like they're building up there. Nice new sets of stairs and so on. I think this was probably a service road which they've put some kind of all-weather matting over the top of, which is not handling itself very well. But I guess it's better to walk on than the gravel. Dare say there's plenty of people around. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, a couple of options down here. We'll go and see what there is to see. They look nice. That's part of the spring. The waterfall, more up here. And another bit. They look cool, so we'll see what we see. Right, here we are. Springs, not stupidly hot, but not cold either, so low I'll be set. There goes Kaz. It's not too bad, is it? Hey. So look down that way. Hey. Nothing to stop you. Got a whistle cut. Right, continuing our excursion down the Stuart Highway. We're about to turn off and go down the Carpentera Highway. We've arrived at the Highway Inn. This is at Dally Waters. Kaz has ordered some chips because there wasn't much at Fran's Pies that could suit Kaz. All the mince has onion in it, so she can't have onion. We had this aircraft sitting here, so I thought I'd have a look at that while Kaz is waiting. Now we're going to do the more adventurous way east. We're going to turn off here to go down the Carpentera Highway for no other reason than we've never been that way. If you go down the Stewart Highway to three ways, then turn east there. Well, we've been down that part of the road before. We haven't turned east and gone down to Barclay before, admittedly, but we've been down as far as the three ways before, so for no other reason than we can do it on the map, we thought we'd go this way. So, anyway, this is old airplane. It's in obviously a slight state of disrepair. Not 100% sure of the story on the aircraft here. It's sitting here. It's pretty stripped, obviously. So yeah, that's the story. That'll do for this bit. I don't know what I'm going to shoot as the trip goes on here, but we'll suss it out as we go. Well, good afternoon from a place called October Creek on the Carpentaria Highway, which is the middle of bloody nowhere, literally. This is a roadside rest area with no facilities at all, and we're the only ones here. Mind you, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. Maybe more people will get here. This is camp tonight. Now, I probably should have been documenting all our rest stops on the way, but I didn't because frankly I didn't think of it. But anyway, so from now that I'm remembering to do it, I'll be doing it, even though we're getting into the last legs of the trip. Now, this area has nothing. It's got that little shelter. That's where we've chosen to park, near the shelter, make use of that table. It's got bins. It's got a water tank, which the water may not be suitable for drinking, but it'll be fine for washing up. But if you want to go to the dunny, rip out the shovel, guys. It's one of those spots. So, yeah. Anyway, fortunately they provide places like this. It makes it a lot easier than trying to find places off the highway. You can have campfires here, people have done. We're in the territory, I still think it's too bloody hot to worry about it. But anyway, you can. There's even an actual fireplace in the middle, if you wanted to use that. Yeah, this is October Creek Rest Area on the Carpentaria Highway, about 200 k's west of Burralula, maybe less, and about the same distance east of the Stewart Highway. I think we've done about 400k today, thereabouts. I could have done more, but we're on holidays. What's the hurry? Anyway, guys, that'll do. We'll catch you a little bit later. Well, hello, we've pulled up at this rest area on the Tablelands Highway. I think we've done 200 k's today so far. Another couple hundred to go. You can camp here, but it's too early in the day for that. We pulled up for lunch. And weirdly enough, I think we've pulled up under the only shade. And so we pull up, we're having lunch, and here in the shade is what I believe could be a living example of a drop bear. There you go. See the tree there now. It doesn't look very old. Don't know when he got there. But there you go. Drop bears, people. They exist. I don't know what else he'd be doing in that tree. There he is again. But I don't think he's very old. He's not very faded. Particularly dirty. Anyway, there you go. Things you find on the Tablelands Highway, the Northern Territory. Now, unfortunately, the rest area is a bit grotty, as the bins haven't been emptied for a while and people keep putting their crap there. I'm not going to add to that. I'm not going to take theirs away either. But, anyhow, that's just how it is. Alright, we're just about finished our lunch stop. I'm going to get mobile again. There you go, things you see in the Territory. Well, good afternoon. In keeping with what I forgot to do the most of the trip, but remembered recently, this is tonight's camping area underneath the Great Bloody Tower, which of course I'm into, so it suits me. This area has been camped at before. We found it on Wiki Camps. It's around about, I don't know, 30 k's east of Barclay Homestead, where of course you have to pay to camp. We've chosen to be tight asses and camp for free. There's another rest area 10 k's further east from here that's also mentioned on Wiki Camps. It has similar facilities, e.g. none. So we figure if you go camp where there's none, then might as well camp here. We're pretty well on our own. Well, we are on our own. There is another camp down through there, but you can't even see. But they are there. We've got this place on our own. So, like I said, there's evidence of campfires. So we camped here. Obviously can't go inside the fence, because that would be private property and that's not allowed. But anyway, this is us for tonight. We'll continue east in the morning. So we happen to be facing west. We've got the panels out for the truck and the camper now. We've driven for a fair few hours today, so we don't need the panels out at all. But I go by the theory, while you've got a couple of hours of sunlight, use it. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, that's it for now. Well, after a couple of hours driving this morning, we've left, or leaving, the Northern Territory. There's the sign over there. We're coming back around into Queld, or Queensland if you like. Welcome to Queensland. We can't stay here for too long because there's other people wanting to take their pictures and stuff. So that's pretty well the end of our territory experience. So the sun's really messing up that sign, so I get it better this way. There you go. Anyway, that's it. Into Queensland. Good afternoon. We've had a fair sort of a day. Driven down from our abandoned tower rest area. We've decided tonight to shout ourselves power, well, at a pub. So we've come here. Should I read that sign? If you can't read that sign, I'm going to give up. Anyway, this is where we are. Walkabout Creek Hotel. So, fairly famous, of course. For those of us who all know and love Crocodile Dundee. This is the pub. Now, apparently the original bar is out the back in another section, but the rest of it's pretty well the same. So we'll check it out. We're going to have tea here. We camped out the back, so we'll check it all out as we go. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking truck at the front. A bit like Wall's truck. Maybe it was Wall's truck. Sorry about the sun glare. That's pretty well that looks like your weapon. Pan back around here. Alrighty, we're going in for a look. Walkabout Creek Hotel at night, or early night. Looks pretty cool. Now this is the section that you saw in the movie in Croc Dundee. This bar here. This bar used to be in the main bar at the pub, but obviously they've renovated it. So I've put this bar out here and some of the stuff that was with it, so that you could preserve the history of it from the movie, of course. Yeah. This is out the back of the main pub. I didn't video this yesterday because there was a hens party or something in it, so it was very busy. So I thought I'd get it today. That's the back of the pub. That doorway there is where you come out from the main pub to get to here. Well, good morning, everybody. We're on the Landsborough Highway, east of McKinley, which is where we spent last night at the Walkabout Creek Hotel. And I don't know, 60 or 70 k's west of Winton. And we pulled up at a rest area, but what I wanted to show you was these cool rock formations. I feel like I'm in the Arizona desert. I'll zoom up a little bit. Sorry about the wind, guys. It's windy, so hopefully you can hear me. You feel like you're in the Arizona desert. Just these rock formations. It's what you see on all the pictures in America, you know, what the deserts look like. So I thought I'd show you this. This part of the country I've never been in. It's been quite interesting. Just how the rock formations look. Anyway, that's pretty cool. There's a rest area that doesn't appear on the map, so it must be a fairly new one. Yeah. Anyway, here's what it is. A regional weed guide, all sorts of things. But yeah, it's just quite different. Well, good afternoon. Here we are, 20 kilometres south of Bacaldan on the Landsborough Highway for another free camp tonight. We're still connected. It's a little bit of a pain getting the back of the truck. Got to crawl under the jerry cans, but it's not so hard really. So that's a free rest area. Tonight I've cranked out the Weber. Fish and potato jam should be about perler. It is a normal free rest area. There's toilets over there in the background. Sorry about the sun glare, but they're over there. A couple of other people camped here. There's evidence of campfires all over the shop. Because you can just drive into the bush area behind the pullover area if it's tarred and set up camp. Power lines over there that you could drive right down to and look at camping at if you wanted to. Need more evidence of campfires here. Always amazes me why you'd have to have a fire there and a fire there. Wouldn't you just use the same spot? We're probably not going to worry about a fire tonight. Guy pulled up a little bit after us and cut some timber. There's lots of dead timber around, so you certainly could have a fire easily. There you go, this is another free rest area. It's available on Wiki Camps. And it will do us for tonight. So that's the story there. Anyway, should have been doing this the whole trip. But anyway, I wasn't, so unlucky. Sorry about that. I'm learning how to document these things as we go, as you know. Well, good afternoon. We are at St George, or just outside of St George in Queensland. We've driven about 700 k's today, and just out of town the fuel filter light came on, so I forgot to record this until now. So I've just changed the factory filter. I'm just doing the top of it back up now, and I'm going to change the secondary filter as well, because I don't see any point in doing one and not the other. So yeah, unfortunately, because of Graham Reindeer's great adventures, he did a video recently on how to actually do this, so I know how to do it. So thanks for that, Graham. Anyway, this is the factory filter I've just done, the housing. I don't know where the filter's gone, it's a bit grotty. Kaz has put it away. So I'm going to change the aftermarket filter as well, but this one's ready to go back in. So we won't do it all up yet. We'll just put the housing somewhere in place. Actually, I'll just leave it on the engine for the time being, or on the cowling. Hopefully not too much diesel will run out of that, because I've got to get to this one next. So this is the, actually I don't take that off. This is the secondary aftermarket filter I had put on. So I figure I might as well change that too. I've got to find what the right spanners are for it. I lost a nut off this earlier on this trip. So hey, I lost a nut off that, so I just got to get the right ones, take that off, and we'll get that out of there and change that as well. It's always easier to change them out of the engine bay than in. That has been my experience. This is going to be no different. If I didn't have my rust prevention bolted on there, I wouldn't have to take this off, but as I have, I will have to take it off. Well, I'll get the right spanners and we'll get back to it. Right, we're back. We're running. Sorry I didn't film the rest of it. It was just sort of a bit of a pain and running out of daylight, and you know, I wanted to get it done. We've still got about 40 k's to get to where we want to go. Yeah, I would have been there of course, but also wanted to get it done while we were outside a major town, so we're not too far away. We're literally close enough we could walk in if we had to. But anyway, she's up and running. Filter light's gone out. Now I didn't have any dirty fuel. The fuel was actually perfectly fine. It's just the filter's been in there for 11,000 k's. Now I normally service a truck every 10,000, but I had a chat with my mechanics and I said, look, it's going to go over the 10. And they said, it should be alright, you're carrying a spare filter. And I said, yeah, I've got a filter. So anyway, here we are, 11,000 k's, and the filter was just a little bit too clogged and the light came on. So it goes to show the making sure on trips like this you carry your spare filters and stuff. Now I've only got 2,000 k's to go and the filters were going to get changed. So anyway, there you go. So you're doing big trips like this, carry your fuel filters. Now whether I needed to change them both or not, doesn't matter. If I'm changing one, I'll change them both to be done with it. So anyway, it cost me half to 3/4 of an hour of my time. Bit of fiddling around, but we're on the road and we'll make camp within the next half hour and it'll be all good. So anyway, there you go. Thanks again to Graham Reindeers for showing me a video on how to do exactly that, which I never thought I'd need to do, but there you go. I've done it now, so all good. Catch you later. Well, good evening. As you can see, I've arrived at the campsite after dark. So, well, it was on dark when we got here. So you can't see very much. Anyway, that's how it is. We're at the Nindi Gully pub in southern Queensland. So that's our setup tonight. There's lots of people camped here. It's a free camp right at the back of the pub. So no doubt plenty of people will be availing themselves of that. Anyway, I'm doing this in keeping with what I've been doing, showing you the setups when we get there. So we're also availing ourselves of the pub, so we've set up nothing. Haven't opened any cupboards, no kitchens, no fridges, nothing. Because we're going up the pub too. Here at the Nindi Gully pub, they make this thing called the road train burger. We had some last time we were here. Get a load of this. Yeah, this is what you call a serious burger. Now, myself and a few of my mates have eaten one of these. Outstanding. You don't see this every day. So, I don't think Rodney Dow's Hulk burger is going to compete with the Road Train burger. But how good are they? I think there's onion rings got to go on this side. Hang on, there we go. That's just mad. You've never lived till you've had a go at these. I'm not sure where they're going, but I'm going to follow them out in a minute. There you go, guys. If you're hungry, come to Menindee Gully pub, order a Road Train burger. That's what two of them look like. I really hope there's 12 people to eat those. And trust me, having had one before, lower the gear. Get your backside to Menindee Gully pub and give that a go. Well, good morning. What is it? Tuesday morning. After our latish arrival at Menindee Gully pub last night, this is what we've woken up to. Yeah, the place was a lot busier in the middle of the night last night, or when we got here. So heaps of people have bailed out. We've had probably not a super late night at the pub last night, but later than we have been. Got back to camp and went to bed, didn't think anything of it, and didn't crawl out of bed till after 8 o'clock this morning, so a little bit later start today. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Pretty well our last day on the road, so we roll into home in the dark. That's not going to matter either. The back of the pub, campground, comes down to this really nice cement walkway and a nice walk down around the river if you want to spend the time. We walked this one last time we were here, had a good look. Don't think we'll worry today, seeing as how we're a little bit later getting up. I'll give you a look at it. That's the, pretty sure it's the Ballon River or Ballone River. Not a bad place. I mean, it gets busy, it's free, and it's at the back of a really cool pub. So it's not surprising it's a bit busy. Anyway, even rolling in the dark, there was enough room to accommodate us easily. Alrighty, don't know how much more I'm going to get done today. Got a 700k drive home. So we'll see what we see. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Well, good morning. We've left Menindee Gully. We've arrived at the next little town called Thallon. That's the info board. And what we're about to look at, that's the picture of them there. Look very orange there. They're more purple when you see them live. But anyway, that's them in the background. See the silos all painted up pretty. See them up like that. So yeah, they're doing that type of stuff a lot more around the country now. They look great, don't they? So hope they're showing up alright on video. But yeah, just thought we'd pull up and have a quick look at those because they're a bit different. We're in Jarrah or Garra in northern New South Wales, northwest New South Wales. Now this morning I took off with the camper and it's not charging the batteries. And I've been thinking about it while I'm driving. I've only got a day and it'll last. Anyway, I've wound up, I've come down here and I thought I'll pull up on the roadside. And this circuit breaker has crapped itself. It just will not stay locked in at all. So I'm a little bit slow on taking up the video. I've already disconnected the wiring. That wire at the bottom, that comes from the Anderson plug at the front. Now, I just unplugged it from the truck. It's dead now, but it did have voltage on it. No voltage in this wire at all. Nothing passing through this bloody gadget here. So, should it be fused or relay circuit breaker? Yes, it should. Can I do that at the present? Not really. So I'm just going to short it out, and that should do the job. Actually, no, I won't. I've got an idea. I think I've got a circuit breaker lying around. It's not one of these trippable ones. But so that's got an issue. It just will not stay done up. It's just shit itself. So I've got another one I might hook in line and it'll just dangle in there. I'll give you a look at that when we get to it. All trip, I've been carrying around this set of crimpers that I bought. Well, actually I pinched off my mate Andrew, and he bought another set, but that's a whole other story. And I only recently bought the terminals, and I've been carrying around the whole trip thinking, I don't need these, but you never know. Well, back at me, these are exactly what you need to deal with this 8-gauge wire. So that's already pre-stripped from where it's been in that stupid dodgy circuit breaker. So I've got these monster, this is going to be a bit fiddly, but we'll get it. So I've got me nice monster crimps here, which will hold that as soon as I get some pressure on it. And provided it hasn't come off the wire, which I'll double check in a second. Poking that wire back in. Not quite. Anyway, I'm finally going to use these, Andrew. So, Andrew knows who he is. I won't be able to video it crimping because this is going to be difficult. But, oh, we might, anyway. But, yep, after carrying her around for quite a while, they're going to come into their own. Right there. Now that is a nice crimped solid connection. And what I'll be doing with that is I've got one of these circuit breakers. These are auto resets, and I'll just be hooking that in line, taping it up so it can't short out and crap, and that'll be that. I won't show you me crimping another one, but mostly that's for you, Andrew. Good stuff. So I'm getting very close to getting this going. Just going to connect up this circuit breaker, which has also got a snazzy little cover, which may or may not be useless with this size cable. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bit useless. Probably will be useless. But I don't know, we'll try and work with it. You've got no idea what you're seeing on camera there. And as you can see, there's actually not much to what I'm doing here, other than screwing that down, which I'll get to with a spanner shortly. And this will basically do the same job the other one did. Which will leave Bob to be your auntie's live-in boyfriend. Yeah, it's not going to be as pretty as I'd like it, but that'll happen down the track. Anyway, I won't show you me doing all that shit up with spanners and crap. I'm sure you'd understand how that works. You'll see the finished product in a little while. Right, well that's it put back together. We get the tester, just going to put a couple of zip ties on here. Then you can just hang in there somewhere it won't hurt it, can't short out on anything, you just dangle, and it should survive the trip home. I'll test it in a bit. I'm going to zip tie it up. I'm pretty confident it'll work, and that'll be that. I'll show you the results of it functioning shortly. Zipped in, done up. You know, everything here still functions as it should, as you'd expect. No great problem there. But what I didn't show you earlier, and I should have showed you, is what the BMS is doing. As you can see there, it's charging. It hasn't been doing that the whole way down here. It's reading the voltage. So, yep, we're charging off the truck. That's what I wanted to do. So now I'm happy. So there you go. A dodgy circuit breaker, but it shit itself on the very last day of our trip. So that'll get replaced with something better. Anyway, time to pack up the gear and keep going. Well, good morning. Steve and Kaz from Mud Ducks 4 Drive Touring. We've made it home from our 2018 epic multi-state trip. Now I've got notes here, stuff to talk about. We've literally been back since last night. The truck's not clean, the camper's not clean. That's all going to happen shortly. I thought I'd quickly shoot some stuff, just quick notes as to what we've thought about the trip or what we've done. So we'll get into it. So hence the notes. So anyway, we'll start out with what worked. So what did we take on the trip that's worked for us and we'd recommend that anybody had? Well, first of all, my theory, the 200 series.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fantastic.
Never missed a beat.
No,
I mean,
not.
It had one issue of fuel filter, that's to be expected. Yeah, 12,000 Ks.
Well, that was 12,000 Ks on.
Yeah, it was right at the end of a trip.
Yeah.
Literally I changed it day before yesterday. So, yeah, a slightly shorter trip would have made it all the way through to the next service, but it's a filter. That's what happens. That's what they're for. What else worked there?
Oh, the Weber.
Ah, yes.
Man, if you ever need a Weber, if you're ever thinking about getting a Weber, definitely do so. We have the BBQ, and it's going to be in all our trips now. It just worked well. We did everything from dampers to roasts to desserts. Oh, it's just fantastic.
Yep. Fish, potato gems, anything you can use an oven for, you can use a Weber for.
Oh, and of course, pizzas.
Oh yeah, pizzas. Webers make absolutely killer pizzas, I tell you.
There's nothing better than when camping in the middle of nowhere and you're having a pizza. It's great.
If you're ever thinking about barbecues, I'd suggest the Weber for sure. Other things that work really well, we run Waco fridges. Both of them have worked like a champion. You'll see, or would have seen by this stage, a video where I thought I had a problem with one of the Wacos. It wasn't the fridge's fault. The fridge itself never missed a beat. They've both been going like a demon. What didn't work?
We had some electrical issues on the camper.
Yep, the mighty Blue Tongue. I'm going to do a review on this camper trailer some stage in the near future. I didn't do a original, when I first got it, let you know all about the Blue Tongue on my channel because I didn't have a channel really functioning at the time. I'll put a link when I do the video to my original thoughts on it on my mate Brett's channel. Not a lot of point in me doing one and him having the same thing. So what didn't work? Dust sealing on the camper. Lousy. We have to try and figure that out. It's Chinese, so probably should have expected it, but a couple of electrical issues, which you will have seen by the time you get to this bit. Nothing else didn't work. Everything else worked pretty well as expected.
Can't fault the 200. It did perfectly well. The tyres on it that were running, it just worked really well on them.
No punches.
No punches. Well, what was it, 12,000 Ks and not a single puncher on the tyres.
Not a puncher. No chips, no cuts. Really good actually. Tyres work like a champion. The 270-degree awning on the truck worked perfectly fine. It vibrated one nut out of it at one stage, which I never recorded. I screwed it back in. The awning's fine, you know. These things happen. You shake the crap out of things.
The pre-dust filters on the snorkel?
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome.
Snorkel socks.
That's allowed.
Yeah. They work as a secondary filter, but they really work as a primary filter. My K&N in there is pretty clean. I cleaned and replaced the filter socks on the snorkel 3 times, and yeah, they just do the job. Keep all the crap out of your air cleaner and make it nice and easy for that. So they work really well. So anybody who's watching this has probably got a snorkel, and I'd suggest you fit a sock to the snorkel just for extra filtration, because the difference it makes is substantial.
There's so much dust out there because it's so dry at the moment. You really need them, definitely.
Okay, so that's what didn't work. And what else didn't work? Not much else didn't work. Everything else was done exactly as it should. So I'll probably move on to the highlights. Now this is a long trip, so there's heaps of them.
Where do we start? Okay, we might as well start at the beginning. What do you think?
Yeah, so we headed south, so we'll start down there. So.
Yeah, it's south.
Well, what did you think was the places to see? Go right through it, doesn't matter. Whatever.
South, oh, okay. Well, I would say the first bit would be Flinders Ranges. Skytrack. That was amazing. What an awesome day that was.
Yeah, Skytrack is a lot of fun. That's at
great.
Willow Spring Station, guys, if you've never been there.
Great for driving and everything. Excuse me for closing my eyes, the sun's directly in my eyes at the moment.
There's also another little place down there, Horseshoe Top End. That's another little privately owned property where they let you drive around their tracks. That was good.
We got that day by ourselves, didn't we? Not a single soul there.
We had the whole property to ourselves.
Yeah, that was a lovely day.
Yeah. Bloody windy up on the rim, but yeah, really, really good. Nice up there. What else was there? Ready?
Oh, there's so much more. There's Wilpena Pound.
Wilpena Pound, yeah.
There's also
all the gorges in the area.
Gorges and the Flinders Ranges. You get to drive through them. You literally drive through the gorges. That was just amazing and breathtaking. I'm sure you'll see the footage for that.
The GPS actually shows you being in the watercourse, and the road is actually in the watercourse in the gorge. That's how rarely it rains, I dare say. But spectacular stuff. Then going out of there, Oodnadatta track. That was great fun.
Oh, wasn't it ever?
What about the Farina Underground Bakery?
Oh, best ever. It's only open, I think it's eight weeks, so I'll find that out for you. A year, and it's sensational. They do everything from pies to bread to cakes, desserts.
So Karen's favourite, apple pies.
But it was just amazing. It was really nice, and to have something in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's literally whoop whoop. Not far from Ship Creek, I'm sure of it. But no, it was great. And of course, the Algebakina Bridge. I hope I've got that pronunciation right. The old bridge on the Ghan on the Oodnadatta track. It's very, very big, long span of metal. Disused, of course, but that's something to see. Worth a look. All the sculptures. Forgot about the sculptures.
Oh yeah.
The aircraft standing on their ends and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to have a look at. You see pictures of them everywhere, but when you have a look, they're pretty specky.
Pretty fascinating, definitely.
What else?
Don't forget Dalhousie.
Oh
yeah.
Dalhousie Springs. That's a favourite. Love it.
From there, we made our way to Dalhousie Springs, and to jump into the pool after a long day on the track was just amazing.
It's about 40 odd degrees temperature of those pools. They're really, really nice. So, yeah, definitely, if you're out there western edges of the Simpson Desert, go to Dalhousie Springs. It's sensational. Mount Dare, of course, the pub, fantastic. We stayed there the night.
What about Lambert Centre? Geographical centre of Australia.
Yeah,
Right in the middle of Australia.
the guts of it. It's the geographical centre. I won't call it the heart of Australia, we'll get to that, but it's the geographical centre, the most centre point. If you drew a gazillion lines across the map of Australia, that's pretty well where they converge. So,
Of course, the heart of Australia is Uluru.
yeah,
Or as
went
we
there.
know it, Ezrock.
Yep.
Awesome.
That really is the heart. Other people have said it on videos, but when you get there, there's something about the joint.
Oh, definitely.
You sort of feel it. We didn't climb it. We would have climbed it. We didn't climb it. Weather said, no, you're not going to, so we didn't.
All 3 days we were there, and all 3 days it was windy. Very windy. So,
Part of my bucket list is never going to happen. But anyway, never mind.
but to back it up, we also went to
Kakadu,
Judah?
or the Olgas,
Yeah.
as they used to be called.
Judah.
Equally trendy, equally special to look at. Don't have that impact of the rock though, but well worth a look.
Oh,
Some people reckon they're
definitely.
better. I reckon they're up there with the rock, but Airdrop still does it for
Valley
me.
of the Wind walk. Definitely something you should do.
Yeah, get out there, do
It's
the
a
walks.
long walk, definitely, and it's a bit hard going, but a good decent set of hiking shoes and you'll be right.
Yeah, that's another thing. Walk these places in decent footwear, guys. You know, we wore hiking boots all over the shop, and we saw people in pluggers, joggers, and you go, really? How they don't break ankles is beyond me. Footwear. You know, in the middle of bloody nowhere, I mean, we carried a sat phone with us in case there was a problem. But you know, you're going to be choppered out if you break an ankle or something. It's going to be too hard to really get out any other way. Wear decent footwear.
And then we made the journey. We went to the top. We went to Darwin.
Oh yeah, but before we got there, after Alice Springs and not but before Alice Springs, after Uluru, the Marooney Loop, guys.
Oh, of course. The
Kings
Marooney
Canyon.
Loop. Yeah, all the gorges, the canyons, and
There's so many things
so
to look
much.
at on that track that you've got to do it. There's too many gorges to name, but you got to check that out. Alice Springs, of course, a Anzac lookout up there. That's a pretty nice place to check out. The memorial they put up there for the Anzacs, well worth a look.
Then we went to Mataranka.
Yep.
And mate, we went to a place called
Bitter Springs.
Oh, amazing. It's a natural spring that's there. And it's just so crystal clear. You'll see the footage of that. That's just amazing.
Yeah, Bitter Springs is definitely a highlight. Oh God, then Litchfield National Park.
Oh yes.
That's
That was awesome. There was a lot of hiking that day. There was a lot of walking.
a lot of cool stuff.
But there's a lot of really nice stuff to see and do at Lynchfield.
Beautiful falls, beautiful pools, very few crocs. I won't eat you there, generally. We're still here, so they didn't eat us.
Didn't eat us.
Well worth a look. Darwin itself's great.
It's fantastic. It's a beautiful big city at the top end of Australia.
Too many places to talk about.
Wow.
You know, you could talk about the Mindle sunset markets. Yeah. What would we do differently?
There's not much we would do differently. I'm not going to change the track. I think the track worked really well.
Yep. Yeah. Once you've got a good car, you stay with it. We've done everything from minus zeros, like minus threes and less, bloody camping on this trip to sleeping in 25 degrees. Probably in our case we took way too many jumpers, but that's just how it worked out. Think about your clothing probably, and we took more methods of cooking than we require, so I suggest you think about your cooking because the amount of gear you carry on that loads up. And we used our camp oven once, and only because we had it there. We would have done without it quite happily.
That's just the style we were doing. We're nearly moving nearly every day, so we're just definitely touring a lot. But we didn't really have time to sit down and have a decent campfire.
If you're going to move a fair bit,
I'd suggest decent, fast, gas-powered style cooking like the Weber or your cookers on your kitchens and so on. Not to worry too much about camp ovens. Obviously you want a campfire, but you know, the amount of time that takes you to cook stuff, generally.
Especially when you're arriving late in the afternoon and leaving pretty early in the morning, which a couple of our stages were doing that. So
we did have some long days.
Wasn't really necessary.
That's stuff we think you don't need. You might think different. Comment below. Advice for taking on a trip of this size. Now this trip is close to 12,000 k's, so lots to see and do. 6 weeks on the road.
I reckon truck preparation. At least 2 weeks before we went, the truck was serviced, everything checked, suspension, tyres. We got the truck really ready. We did the same for the camper as well.
Every nut and bolt.
Every nut and bolt tightened. You know, fuels changed, oils, the lot.
Make sure your tyres are good, Nick, too, guys. Don't leave home on a trip of that length with tyres that are half worn out. Just make sure they're still pretty good. Well, ours are 40,000 k old now. The trailers ones would be lucky to be 10,000. So yeah, don't go out on 60,000 k tyres. Asking for trouble. Yeah.
Food, you gotta try and prepare and shop with the food situation. Well, we did it with 2 weeks, but that in mind that we thought every second week we'd be in a town or something, so restriction, and we were. So that worked out really well. So we weren't carrying a lot of food, so we didn't have a lot of weight.
Yeah, don't take too much. You can take whilst too much. We got a freezer as well as the fridge. You know, we did our major shopping in the major towns and only put stuff in there. Otherwise you're taking way too much stuff. AF-18s, haven't seen those since Darwin. Yeah. Research everything so you know what you're looking at. Spend weeks, months on the net, whatever. Get some ideas as to what you want to see, because you'll forget.
Definitely key. We did a lot of research, we found a lot of things to see, what to look out for. These things were off the track, they weren't on the main track. But because we did the research, we knew we had to turn off the main track and go 10-15 kilometres off the main track before we found what we were looking for.
Tourist information centres are good.
Really worth it.
Usually worth a stop. Talk to the locals if you happen to be pulled up. Having a chat to people who may or may not have been through that area. When you have a chat to them, they'll give you some ideas. We had a couple of guys tell us go to particular places early because it's tourist season, and I'm glad we went early because we beat the buses every time, so that was good. Dollars, guys. Trips like this not cheap. I'd allow yourself $1 a kilometre.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. That allows for fuel, food, as well as souvenirs as well.
Camping, souvenirs, the odd joy flight if you want to do it. We didn't do joy flights this particular trip. We've done a few before, but we chose not to do them this time. But, you know, river cruises, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
You allow $1 a k, you're probably going to be pretty well right to cover everything, including the odd pub meal, whatever. You can play that out if you eat out pubs a lot, but you can also avoid a lot of it by free camping and cooking for yourself. So it balances out to about $1 a k. Seems to be what we've been doing for the last few years. What else have we got? Just allow yourself the time to have a look at these areas.
So
give yourself more time than you need.
If you're going to go on a 3-week trip, don't go too far.
Yeah. If you got a 3-week trip, plan for what you think would be a 2-week trip.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got
enough time.
Extra days in one place if you need it or whatever. Or
just in case something goes wrong.
Or how about you break down? You know, you might have, you don't want to break down. You might break down, you've got a Land Cruiser, guys, but you're driving on those patrols or something. Anything can happen. No, just kidding. But allow yourself extra days. Like we're here now, still on holidays with plenty of time up our sleeve. With the idea of controls breaking down, carry plenty of parts. Cruisers don't break down, but I'm still glad I had the parts with me. I wound up, I used some filters, carried belts, didn't need those. But filters are a replaceable part, as you know, guys. You don't know what you're going to get fuel-wise when you're out there, so I wound up changing the filters on the 200. So I'd be definitely carrying fuel filters.
Of course, tyre plugs and stuff like that for the tyres.
Usual crap. Specific tools that suit your car.
Yeah, definitely.
Toyotas are metric, so you don't need too many Imperials, but if you've got a Land Rover or something, you need some Imperial tools, I'd say.
Just preparation, that's basically what we're getting down to.
Yeah.
Truck preparation, definitely.
And you'd be surprised, like people tell me I carry too many tools. But weirdly enough, I've been carrying a tool roll for 5 years that I haven't used, and I was thinking about taking it out. 2 days ago I needed it. I just had to have the second spanner to match the other ones I was using. So sometimes the tools feel like they're over the top, but yeah, don't go overboard, but don't sell yourself short. There's no point taking one 14mm spanner. You might need two. You got to sort of do a bit of that. I'm a bit over top of electrical tools, but as it turned out, it was a good idea because I did a lot of electrical repairs on this trip. Not to the truck. 200s don't fail. The camper. Chinese. We'll get onto that. Anyway, listen guys, we've probably bored you enough of this, so
Definitely.
I hope you enjoyed the series on our trip. I haven't worked out a name for it yet, but by the time this goes there, you'll already know the name. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy what we do. If you do enjoy it, usual rubbish, like and subscribe, click the bell to get the notifications. But if you like the videos, really do like the videos. Click the like button. It makes a world of difference for us, to the creators, as all the guys with small channels will tell you. I'm not telling you stuff you probably don't already know. Thanks for watching, and we'll try and keep you some reasonable content coming. Cheers.
See you next one.